Average Pickleball Guy here. Welcome back to another review. Today we're looking at one of the hottest new paddles from Firefly Sports. This is the Blazer L1. It is their latest technology. It is a foam core slotted pickleball paddle. If you're looking for performance without breaking the bank, this is for you. Also, if you like to smash people, this is your paddle. Let's take a look. Welcome back to Average Pickleball Guy. So whether you're just getting started or you've been playing pickleball for several years, you want the most appropriate and affordable equipment for your game. But usually the best equipment doesn't need to be expensive, and maybe you aren't aware of that, but it doesn't need to be. The big brands have massive marketing budgets and they try to convince you that they have superior products and technology. But having been doing reviews, I've reviewed dozens and dozens of paddles and played with dozens more. Here's the truth about the big brands. The spoiler, often they are not the innovators of the technology, but they are the copiers of the tech that small brands create. Well, Firefly Sports is the OG, the original of the foam core paddles. This is the Generator L1 Blue Fade. I did a review on this one a few months back. Firefly Sports has been out in front in terms of innovation. And today we're going to focus on their next generation of innovation. This is the Firefly Blazer L1. This is the next progression of their solid core paddles. The Generator L1 and the One S1, you can find those still on their websites. Those are still incredible paddles. But if you want to see the review on this paddle, it's still on my YouTube channel. You can link to it from Firefly Sports website, or you can just go to Average Pickleball Guy and find it. Now, big brands are introducing foam cores now, but don't be fooled. This tech is not new. Brands like Firefly and CoreTech Pickleball have been innovating for years. Firefly continues the innovation by introducing this new slotted Supercell foam core on the Blazer L1. And you can see here what the technology looks like inside of this paddle. It's quite superior, and even if you feel around a little bit, you can kind of feel where those foam cores are at. The slotted Supercell foam core reduces the internal weight of this paddle, which allows for the outer rail to be thickened. Now this increases your sweet spot, giving you a better chance when you miss-hit balls. I do that all the time, so I appreciate this edgeless paddle, because when I do get miss-hits, more times than not, it does still keep me alive in the game. But the Supercell foam slotted core paddle also features a 12K carbon fiber weave on the paddle face. Now, these two combinations provide more flex on the paddle face to absorb shots and return them with power and accuracy. This is a power paddle. All right, you can use it as an all-court paddle, but this is a power paddle. Now, in my testing, when the ball hit the face, trampolined the shots. When you're at the no volley zone, the kitchen line, and you're in those hands battles, it doesn't require much power in those circumstances. And even with slow hands like I've got, if you get the paddle on the ball, you give yourself a really good chance because it's light, it's quick, and it's responsive. Now on drives, I noticed that the top spin and the backhand spin were improved over the Blue Fade. And I imagine that has a lot to do with the technology where we've got the slotted core and the 12K carbon fiber. And I think when the ball hits here, it grabs, it gets a little bite on impact. Here's the thing, it's a hard combination to get spin and power in a paddle. You can get spin on some of those T700 carbon fibers, a 16 millimeter. You can get control on some of those thicker paddles, but you give up power in most circumstances. So in this particular paddle, man, spin and power are good. Now I know other brands claim to have power, control, spin, and I just think you can usually get two of three of those things. I don't think you can get all three. So in this case, you're going to get power and spin. And if you have good hands, if you have good technique, that's where the control will come in with this paddle. But in my experience, most paddles are just okay. I've played with dozens and dozens of paddles, and I would say out of the, I'm going to say over 100 paddles, there's a handful that are special. And these are two of those paddles. These are special paddles. These are not your everyday run-of-the-mill, produced with the same mold, 16 millimeter, same T700 carbon fiber, honeycomb, core, all made, in the same factories in other countries. These are different. These are made in a 100% solar powered manufacturing facility. Firefly was ahead of the game when all of the other brands were focused on polypropylene honeycomb cores. They were doing Supercell foam cores while others were developing their honeycomb core paddles. And now we're here. The other folks are trying to catch up. And unfortunately, the ones with the biggest marketing budgets are gonna come through your feed, and you're gonna think that this is the brand new stuff. Don't be fooled. This is the original. One area that I would suggest that Firefly take a look at is the grip. This is the only, it's not even a critique, this is the only suggestion that I would have, and I would make this paddle, or this handle, I would make this handle just slightly thicker. And this might be a preference, but for me, when I'm, particularly on drives, I hit the ball, the paddle would tend to twist in my hand just a little bit, and that could be me. But my recommendation, or the way I would resolve it, is taking an overwrap to thicken this up a little bit. I've got bigger hands, so I would thicken this up a little bit, and you can, get an overwrap from Crown Pickleball. They're pretty inexpensive and they're really tacky. So that would be my only advice. Right now you're looking at a 16.5 inch long paddle. It's 7.5 inches wide, pretty standard. The handle is 5.25 inches long. The grip circumference, again, we touched on this, is 4.125. Maybe they could bump that up to 4.25, which is kind of the norm, but I know they have a reason, and maybe that's to reduce weight. Now, the core thickness on this paddle is 14.5 millimeters. Now, for the weight, this is interesting because you can customize. This is where you get a little more granular in your customizations of this paddle. You can get this on the Firefly website in a 7.9 ounce, an 8.2 ounce, which is what I'm showing you here, a 9.34 or a 9.5 ounce. Shout out to Crown Pickleball, the official pickleball of the average pickleball guy. Get your 3-pack for $8.99, link in the description. Best pickleballs on the market. This paddle is for grinders, okay? This is for aggressive players. This is for players who want to put it all out there. This is for players that want a lot of pop and a lot of power, and they want their balls to come off of the paddle and back at their opponents with some sauce on it. I'm serious about that. This is not for those who want to go out and have a little fun time with their friends. This is a paddle that you take out because you want performance and power, and you want to punish the players on the other side of the court that are playing with those overpriced The Firefly Blazer L1 is fully PMA approved, pickleball manufacturer approved. This is one of the first paddles manufacturers that has been approved by PMA. Price for this is $99. Normally $139. With the code FF+APG, you can get an extra 20% off of this paddle. At $99, it's a steal. At $139, it's a great deal. Check it out. I'll put the links in the description for the balls, the wrap, the paddles. This is Average Pickleball Guy. Go out and wreck.